Yo, what's going on? Welcome to another video. Today, I'm gonna be talking about the Damian Lillard trade to the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, it took a couple days to just digest it because I'm a big Damian Lillard fan. I'm also a big Celtics fan, so I felt it in my heart different ways. And what a roller coaster ride this whole saga has been. And I'm honestly just glad to see it over and done with. But, man, am I excited for the NBA season. And if you're not, I don't know how you couldn't be. This is, like, every offseason it feels like they step their game up. I'm waiting for a dud offseason and it never comes. We're in with new narratives every single offseason. And it's just, let's just get straight into it, man. Like, Dame to the Bucks makes them the number one ranked team in the NBA. You get Damian Lillard, who's a perennial 30-point per game scorer, with Giannis, who's the best inside scorer in the NBA. I think that it's very comparable to when KD joined the Warriors. Just different talent around them. It's like when KD joined the Warriors, it was two top 6, top 5 players in the league at that time with Curry and him. And now it's like two top 12, in my opinion. If you see my power rankings, or not my player rankings, not power rankings. If you see my player rankings, you'd know I had Dame right around that 12th spot. That's two top 12 players. There's no duo in the league beating that when it comes to pure talent. But chemistry obviously plays a part. So we'll see how long it takes him to put it together, but I don't think it's going to take long. Dame is a flawless offensive player. Absolutely flawless. There's no flaws to his offensive game. You can call him up for playing defense, but we're going to see. We're going to see a new version of him in a new jersey, and it sucks to see him leave Portland to not be a champion, but I think they're the favorites to win the championship today. And I'm mixed on it because I'm a Celtics fan and I love Dame, but Jrue Holiday is a Portland Trailblazer. Now, this is probably the best part of the trade as a Boston Celtics fan, because I think we can put together a deal where we might be able to get Jrue Holiday. And this is coming from a Celtics fan, so you're going to hear it from someone's perspective who wants Jrue Holiday on their team. A lot of people want Jrue Holiday on their team. But I think the big contenders to get him are the big contenders in the NBA that don't have a 1 and a 2, because Jrue can play both. You got the Knicks, who I think don't see... I think the reason the Knicks will not end up with Jrue Holiday is because I don't think their window is right now. I don't know if they see it that way, but I think they need to be patient with their assets. And they need to just hold until some of this dust settles from the guys I don't know. I just don't see them in that upper echelon of teams. And for them to get Holiday would feel like a kind of waste of their assets. They would have to throw away Quickly, who's young. They'd have to pair him with Brunson and Randall, who are both still relatively young, but not at the level of, say, the Celtics duo and Tatum and Brown, who are young, but we're right there. We've been there. I don't think the Knicks should buy in with future assets to a roster that doesn't have enough top-end talent to fully utilize Jrue Holiday. Now, the Clippers are probably the most likely destination for Jrue Holiday. I could really see that going through, and I could really see them ending up, pulling the trigger. The only thing holding me back is draft capital. If they're going to give them draft capital from 2029, 2028, that's probably what they're going to ask for. If we're trading you Jrue Holiday, you have Paul George, you have Kawhi. We're not going to want your pick this year. We're going to want your picks down the road. But the Clippers got to think, too, we're going to invest. We already invested all these picks on Kawhi and PG, and nothing has panned out. They're talking about extensions. I heard from Brian Windhorst. Shout out to the Hoop Collective. But there's no extensions yet. We don't know how long they're going to be there. We don't know how long they're going to be effective. So, obviously, if you're the Trailblazers, you're going to want to look, we have these picks that are nice. that could end up being nice. But I think if you're the Clippers, you might want to hold. I heard a very interesting take that there could be a 3-team trade with Harden involved, with Philly involved. I think that would be interesting. But I don't. Besides the fact that James Harden's disgruntled, they would have to send Harden to LA and they would have to receive Jrue Holiday. I think that's also a very possible scenario for. I'm getting tired, running out of breath. So now we've talked about a couple landing destinations for Jrue Holiday. I think the Celtics should really, really try and go after Jrue Holiday. I think we should send a package of Malcolm Brogdon or Derek White. I'd honestly be fine moving either of them, preferably Brogdon. I think that makes more sense for Portland too, because pretty sure he's expiring after this year. So you send them an expiring contract. What do we send them? 3 picks? 3 first-rounders? There's not a lot of teams that can match that. And we got a Golden State first-rounder, which is going to be mid-20s, and a couple of our first-rounders, which is probably going to be late 20s, but still 3 first-rounders. And we send them Malcolm Brogdon, who they can then redirect to another contending team. And I honestly don't see that as a bad option for them, especially if teams like the Knicks and the Clippers don't want to buy in. I don't see any reason for the Clippers to not want to buy in besides the picks. And I can't really think off the top of my head of another really... Oh, Miami. Yeah, Miami. I'm trying to think now, because I didn't think before this what they would like really move in order to get Jrue Holiday there. And there is the fact that they couldn't get the Damian Lillard trade to go through, and Pat Riley and them, they weren't communicating. So maybe they'll let business get in the way of, or they'll let the fact that Damian Lillard trade didn't happen get in the way of business, hold a grudge, and things could end up working out for Boston. I really think we need Jrue Holiday to be the favorites again. At the end of the day, I think this year is going to come down to top-end talent winning. And right now, it looks like it's going to be Dame and Giannis. But so those are some suitors for Jrue. Let's move on. We got the Phoenix Suns, who sneakily, I think, got a lot better. The only reason I don't have them ranked over Giannis and over... Actually, now that I think about it, their duo in my rankings is probably better than Giannis and Dame. But the fit between Dame and Giannis is what's putting them above. Like the pick and roll, I know that's probably all you're hearing is, oh, the pick and roll, but I'm nerding out for this shit. Like, I can't wait to see Dame and Giannis run a fucking pick and roll. You got that. Dame's can't get doubled anymore. He's gonna facilitate everything on offense. And then when Dame's out the game, you can just feed Giannis. He'll just eat all day, every day. That's just gonna be gross. Like, man, that's just going to be gross. But Phoenix, they remove Ayton from the locker room, which is going to be big. Like, I heard Windhorst say they're starting fresh, which is the perfect way to put it. Like, it's going to be good energy in the locker room. You get a guy like Nurkic who could come in and play a role. You got some depth. I think Nurkic is going to be better for them. For what they need, it's a better fit because Nurkic isn't going to demand the ball. I think Ayton even putting up shots is deteriorating from that team's absolute peak. The peak of that team is if Booker's on, Beal's on, KD's on. They're scoring crazy efficiently, and they're just no other team can keep up. And they're just trying to defend, but it don't matter because you got all 3 of these dogs with the ball scoring at will. So I think Nurkic is going to be a great screen setter. He's going to get a lot of open looks for these guys. Like, I'm excited for Phoenix. They got some depth. And lastly, I'm going to talk a little bit about Ayton because I think the Trailblazers, they got one of the better fits for what they could have got. Like, if they got Hero, it would have been stupid because they would have had Shaden Sharp, they would have had Scoot Henderson, they would have had Anthony Simons, and they would have had Tyler Hero. We don't know that Hero was going to be the guy that was in that trade, but that's probably what they would have had. And that would have I would have been like, what? Like, why? Why move Dame to get Tyler Hero, you know? But moving Dame and getting Ayton as a building piece. I know they got Holiday, but I'm talking about for the Blazers. Like getting Ayton was a big move for them. A young center who fits the core, who could end up being a Blazer for a long time. I think it was a great move for them. Great move for both sides. All teams really won here. Like it was a great trade, and now it sucks because as a Celtics fan, it's just you're finally going into the season. It's kind of like the top dog, alpha dog favorites. You want to see your guys pull through, but now it's another situation where if we end up losing, it's like, oh yeah, we kind of expected it, and down the line we're pushing our title hopes more farther down the line once again. But I think this is a real year where we find out just how legendary Jason Tatum is going to be. Because if he can go out and beat this Milwaukee team, we only go as far as Tatum's going to take us. The worst case scenario in all this is that Tatum ends up leaving, demanding a trade because we don't have enough around him. And he wanted Dame. But there was a lot of people who wanted Dame and we couldn't get it done. We didn't get it done for him. This is his team. We should let him experiment whoever he wants. We should get for Jason Tatum. He should have full reins over this roster. I don't think that's too much to ask. I think he's a top 3 player in the league, and he needs exactly what he wants. Same way Giannis got exactly what he wants. I was kind of naive to this whole Damian Lillard situation. Like, I wasn't thinking like, oh, the Celtics need to go get Dame. I wasn't thinking Milwaukee was going to get him. Even with the Heat getting him, if the trade actually really went through, I probably would have been like, damn, we probably should have got him. Just to kind of monopolize, And I know that's not good for the rest of the league, but damn it, I want that championship. I'm signing off, man. I hope you enjoyed. I can't wait to talk about this NBA season more. So, go Celtics, right?